All praise Yahweh Shem Kakadash. This relates to news. There's a video commemorating 1973 March anniversary relating to Greece. We had protesters in Greece, Thessalonica, and Athens, Thessalonica and Athens. There were students protesting. They were burning American and Israeli flag, and they were supporting and relating to Palestine. That was on the report. It's talking about this. So they were clashing relating to that, students. Second Ezra 15 real quick. Scripture talks about there shall be earthquakes and uproars of the people, man. So you see in uproars. Uproars goes to civil unrest, disturbances, commotions. Number 20, let me see. (15 and 16). But there shall be sedition among men. Sedition is a form of mutiny, insurrection, uprising, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So the course of their action, the direction they're going, they're going to put in their power, and they're going to challenge relating to the authorities. So they're not going to be respecter of persons relating to the kings and princes or of the authority. Let me get it's the 101. Second Ezra 9 real quick. Number 9. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, that's the uproar, civil unrest, disturbances, commotions, protest, part of that. That's part of that, commotions, civil unrest, forms of disruptions or forms of disturbances, but this war, these people are protesting against the handling of it, the what's been done as far as the continuation of it, and and the participants that continuously doing certain things, man. For example of that, like that video, they have animus towards two certain groups, man. And by burning their flags, they made them. They're responsible. So, the civil unrest, the commotions. Scripture talks about 24 of. Iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold. So the increase of iniquities, which is sins, I want to get the scripture, and also the love of many, the lack of respect, and even love and respect is lacking, man. It's growing cold, man. So that's part of the civil unrest and disturbances, man. So people their true nature is coming out. Their true nature is coming out. Go to Matthew 24 real quick. 24 24 and 12. Because of iniquity shall abound. So iniquity is going to abound. It's going to be made present. It's going to be made known, manifest. And the love of many shall wax cold. So that love of respect, decency, human decency among one another, is growing cold. It's growing, is becoming cut off, man. It's deceased, man. So, because the true nature of these people, a spirit of division. Scripture talks about, think not thou come to send peace, but rather division. Part of that division is the unrest, the commotion, the disturbances. So the Lord is sending a spirit of division upon the whole inhabitants of the earth, man. That's why the people are acting in the manner they're acting, man. Go to grab this. Let's go to Isaiah 19. Go to Isaiah 19. And the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord ride upon the swift cloud. The swift cloud is a chariot. And shall come up upon Egypt, and idols of Egypt shall be moved out of his presence. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. That's citizen versus citizen. And and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. Or that kingdom goes to realm versus realm. So a neighbor against neighbor, the Egyptian versus the Egyptian, the people versus the people, brother against brother, which goes to brethren, neighbor against neighbor, city against city, even realm against realm, or kingdom against kingdom. So that's the division, man. You see in the divide coming upon, the land, man. And the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they that seek to the idols, and the idols of these graven images that these people worship, man. And to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits and wizards. That goes to sorcery and witchcraft, man. And that goes on the left-hand side, having familiar but not exactly on spirits, exactly in power. You know what I mean? Meaning they're not as powerful. They're not as powerful as from a spiritual aspect. You know what I mean? From a carnal aspect, Scripture talks about they're strong, but they're not. They're horses. Like they go to Isaiah 31. Talk about their powers. They're strong, but they're limited. They're of the flesh, but not of the spirit, man. So these familiar spirits, through the technology, that's part of the witchcraft and sorcery, are not as equal as the spiritual power, the spiritual aspect. All right. And the Egyptian and the Egyptian will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord. That's the ones in the position of power. Scripture talks about Edom, the red horse, to take peace from the earth, man. 6:4 of Revelations. The earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. Job 9 and 24. And relating to, let me read this rest. The Egyptian will I give over to a hand of a cruel Lord. And the scripture talks about this relating to really in curses, but we can use it. Nation of a fierce countenance shall have no regard for young or old, man. But that goes really to the curses, but you equate that with the ones in power. They have fierce countenance. They have no respect of persons. They have no regard relating to the young or old. And the Egyptian will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over him. And that's what's happening. You have even the basis of men. Go to Daniel 4:17, I believe. Even the basis men. I'll put the basis of men. So the basis of men, which is that cruel and fierce king. The lowest, the basis goes to the lowest. Like baseboards, very low, man. But the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts, man. Scripture talks about I set one and set one down, relating to 78 of, I believe, in Psalms. And that goes to I set one and I set one up, I set one down, whether good or bad. That goes to the rulership. There's a lot, various scriptures. Let's continue. So you're seeing this example relating to the civil unrest, and let's get to some more news. I just seen that just came up, so these people from other countries are protesting, relating to this war, Palestinian-Israeli war. So people are feeling a certain way. They started support relating to the Palestinians, man, and having against what you would call against the United States and Israel. You had Biden give permission to use long range for Ukraine against Russia. That was on a report. That was yesterday. You have against Russia and North Korea, because you have North Korean troops joining in with Russia against Ukraine. You have what else you have? (29:2) of Proverbs relating to this cruel Lord. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, people mourn. So that cruel Lord, the basis of men who's in a position of power, man, which is the wicked, they're in a position of power. So people are mourning, man. You know what I mean? We have war and different things, man. You know what I mean? Let me see what other news real quick. I'm kind of a little bit all over here, but let me see. I hope it helps relating to information in some way. We have a report here. Moscow warns U.S. authorization may mark a new level of involvement in Ukraine. There's a report here. So warning about the involvement related to the missiles, authorization of the missiles. As I was speaking, Putin is warning Trump about certain things anyway pertaining to the Ukraine war. He made that when he made that as far as a declaration and warning to Donald Trump. Vladimir Putin did. You have what else we have? Trump's continuation relating to filling up the rest of his administration. We had a report talking about relating to North Korea being going on to Ukraine and defecting, to some of the troops where when they got on there to fight, it was defection or, desertion. Those reports, I seen that. You have 50,000 North Korean Russians soldiers crushed by Ukrainian forces. It's a day ago. have what else we have? We have California reports its first case of the Mpox strain. You have right here. You have let me see what we got here. It's funny here. J24s, man, the new sneakers, man. They're gonna be hot. They're gonna be hot like Air Jordans, the J24s. Hezbollah attacks on Israel today. You had a report data relating to Houthis attacking, relating to, I believe it was USS Lincoln, and Pentagon pretty much denying those claims relating to that, because you had the Houthis, they were attacking U.S. ships, and they also attacked facilities relating to the Houthis. So you having a lot of fronts in different areas. Hezbollah attacks on the Israeli port. So a lot of things going on relating to the mass deportation. That's an issue that Trump wants to be priority. But somebody in the Biden administration says they're already doing that relating to criminals. So Trump is going to intensify that relating to his plan relating to mass deportation, starting with criminals, etc. Biden authorized Ukraine to use U.S. missiles on strike on Russia. That was a day ago, 15 minutes ago. Yes, that was yesterday's reports. Trump naming news. You have atmospheric pressure river relating to storm on the west coast side. So you have a pretty much complex weather. Vivek Ramaswamy expects certain agencies to be the leader. So that's one of his related to him and Elon Musk, relating to what is that? Government efficiency. You have the intelligence officer, and these two relating to the government efficiencies. That's Tulsi Gabbard, that's RFK, relating to I believe he's home and health, human resources. And this guy here is Getz Hagseth. He's part of the military, and this he's part of Trump's administration. Sexual allegations or alleged sexual harassment related to allegations related to that. So President-elect Trump, controversial cabinet nominees face criticisms. What else we have? Oh, you had the neo relating to the neo-Nazi march relating to Columbus. So they'll try to blame that on the President Trump, for these groups, embolden these groups to come out. Pretty much that was a report. So, G2 Summit in Rio de Janeiro. It's different levels relating to the feminist levels. Pretty interesting. Then you have that goes to the what was that, the W4 movement or something. You had a single engine plane crash. Listen here.
This is the moment the single engine plane came falling out of the sky.
An airplane just crashed.
Crashing into a drag racing event at the Pomona drag strip east of Los Angeles.
An airplane! An airplane!
Not far from the stands, filled with people attending the National Hot Rod Association drag racing finals. Officials say the pilot was trying to land at a nearby airport. First responders already at the event immediately sprang into action. The pilot and 3 passengers survived, and somehow no one on the ground was injured. But the plane hit at least 5 vehicles, slicing off the roof of that white pickup. 3 RVs were also damaged.
That's just shocking to me to see a plane just cut a whole truck right in half.
The FAA and NTSB are now investigating the cause of the plane crash.
That goes to the National Transportation Safety Board, which that's what that goes to. And a plane that crashed, into that slid a car in half and ran into a few dozen cars in the drag strip. So, knowing this in the last days that perilous times shall come, man. So perilous goes to bad, evil times. You know. So that's related to that. That was something short relating to reports. So we'll give all praise y'all by Shimmy Yashah by Shimmer Kagadash. All this minute of truth on down, relating truth and knowledge. It was truth and knowledge. Hope it helps relating to quick information real quick. Hope it helps. Shalom. Desire will shalom.